Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to cover 5 more hardware add-ons for every sim racer in terms of immersion, performance and value. You definitely shouldn't miss out. If you forget to look part 1 and part 2, make sure you check out my channel and watch these later. Now let's jump right in and have fun. In my last video we already covered triple screens, eyebrows, active pedals, shifter handbrake and cockpit replica. So let's look at the next 5 hardware items today. Alright, let's pull the next one. Dash DDU. When it comes to immersion for Dash DDU, basically having a dedicated screen behind your wheel makes the rig look exactly like a modern GT3 cockpit. Instead of looking at a video game HUD on your monitor, you're looking at the same digital dash that a real pro driver uses. It's a small detail, but it really helps you to pull you into the professional racing world, and therefore in terms of immersion, I give it a 6 out of 10. Talking about performance, the Dash DDU is a massive tool for getting faster because it teaches you on how to manage data in real time. You can track your delta to see exactly where you're losing time each corner. Also, you can monitor tire temps, fuel, etc., so you don't overlook them. And it also trains your brain to process the technical information while driving at 200 miles per hour, which is a key skill for any real race car driver. That's why I rate the Dash DDU in terms of performance as 8 out of 10. When it comes to value, a good DDU isn't cheap, but it's a solid investment in your development as a driver. I mean, there are options for do-it-yourself. I also built my Dash with do-it-yourself packages, and that went really well to save some money. It replaces the messy on-screen menus, you won't need it anymore, keeps it clean, you have a professional interface that actually helps you to focus on the road. It's not the first thing you should buy, but once you have it, or once you have the basics, well, it's a good way to level up your racing IQ. Therefore, I give it a value rating 6 out of 10. Overall, we get a Pro Score rating of 6.7, which is the same like the triple screens, but due to less immersion, we will put it on our list right below them. What do you think about this rating? Would you rate it differently? Let me know in the comments. Next one is the bucket seat. When it comes to immersion, a real bucket seat is literally the foundation of your rig. When you climb into a tight hardshell seat, it physically tells your body that you aren't in the office anymore, you're in a real race car. It holds you in place and gives you that snug feeling you need to stay focused during long, intense sessions. In terms of rating, I will give the bucket seat a 6 out of 10. When it comes to performance, of course the most important reason for buying a bucket seat is the reduction of flex. It's a hardshell seat and it's all about the stability under braking. So if your seat flexes or moves when you hit the brake pedal, you lose all your precision and muscle memory. A stiff racing seat ensures that every bit of force from your leg goes into the pedal and nowhere else, which is the only way you truly can get consistent lap times. Therefore, the bucket seat gets a rating of 6 out of 10 for performance. Now let's talk about the value. A high quality seat is a necessary evil because it can be quite expensive and it does have no electronics inside. However, it's a one-time investment that will last for years and it protects your back from pain. Since it's not a flashy upgrade, but you cannot build a professional sim racing rig without a solid place to sit, and therefore I give it a value rating 5 out of 10. So this gives the bucket seat overall Pro Score rating of 5.7, which is putting it right below the R headset. So let's see what we got next. Safety nets. Actually, in terms of immersion, these nets are a huge mental upgrade because they physically box you into the cockpit. They block the rest of the room out of your peripheral vision, and it makes you feel like sitting in a real race car. It's a pretty cheap way to make your rig look 100% more professional and intimidating. So in terms of immersion, I give it an 8 out of 10. Talking about performance, well, let's be real, they won't make you faster or won't give you any feedback from the car, obviously. The only performance benefit is that it helps you to stay focused by narrowing your field of view, so you don't look at things not other things in your room or things like that. It's great for your racing mindset, but it won't help you to catch a slide or hit a better braking point, and therefore I give it a 1 out of 10 in terms of performance. When it comes to value, actually the value is pretty good with the safety nets because you can do it yourself super cheap compared to other parts of the rig. For the price of a few lunches, you can completely change the look of your whole setup and make it look like a pro level simulator, or if you want the wow factor without spending a lot of money, this is exactly one of the best additions you can buy. So I give it a rating of an 8 out of 10. This gives the safety net an overall pro score of 5.7, which is equal to the one of the bucket seat. Actually, if you would ask me what is more important, I would definitely say the bucket seat, of course, in terms of performance. But since we are focused on immersion here, and this is a great addition for little money, I put it above the bucket seat, even if they are the same score in our top list. Let's see what next. Belt tensioner. Well, actually, this one is a really good one. When it comes to the feeling of G-forces to your body, I would rather get a belt tensioner first before I'm getting motion system, which is way more expensive. Basically, this is the only upgrade that can actually attack your body to simulate speed. When you hit the brakes, the belt pulls tight against your shoulders, just like the real G-forces in a racing car, and it's a very intense feeling that makes your brain believe that you're actually decelerating at high speed. So this can even help you with trail braking, or if you dial in correctly, you can simulate cornering with the belt. It's a really cool upgrade, so in terms of immersion, it gets a 9 out of 10. Now let's talk about the performance part. Actually, this can be a really good tool for improving your braking consistency because it gives you physical feedback on how much pressure you're applying instead of just guessing. Your body feels the harness tightening, helping you to find the limit of the car much more naturally. It's one of the best ways to train your brain to handle high-speed entries without locking the tires. So in terms of performance, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Talking about value, a belt tensioner, a commercial belt tensioner is not cheap. But there are options to do it yourself. I did one of those do-it-yourself projects myself to build that belt tensioner, and they work really well. Basically, however, for the level of physical feedback it gives you, it's much cheaper than a motion system while giving you similar G-force sensation. At least it's a good starting point, and if you already have good pedals and a wheelbase, this is probably a really good next step to become a true pro rider. Therefore, I give it a value rating of 7 out of 10. This puts the belt tension at a 7.3 Pro score, just below the eyebrows in our Pro score ranking. Alright, now we got the GSeats. Oh, that's a nice one. In terms of immersion, a GSeat uses moving plates inside your seat to literally squeeze your body, simulating massive cornering forces like in a real race car. So when you turn left, the seat pushes against your right side and is tricking your brain into feeling the pull of the corner. It's a very physical, intense experience that makes you feel that you are wrestling a real machine. So in terms of immersion scores, this is definitely a 10 out of 10. Talking about performance, well, actually this is an incredible tool for increasing training performance. It gives you sustained feedback that normal motion systems can't match. In a long corner, the seat keeps pressing against you, telling your body exactly how much grip the car has left. It allows you to feel the car's balance through your torso and hips, which is the fastest way to learn how to drive on the absolute limit. And therefore, in terms of performance, the GSeat gets a rating of 8 out of 10. When it comes to value for the money, well, GSeats are very specialized pieces of hardware, and they come with a very high price tag. So basically, you can decide whether to buy a GSeat or maybe even a real motion system already, because they are very complex and require powerful motors. They're a major investment that only makes sense for very serious simulators. So it offers some of the best feedback in the world, but you really have to be dedicated to professional training to justify the cost. However, if you're interested on doing yourself a GSeat on low budget and you already have a motion system, make sure you check out my video up here. It's tagged about very low budget do-it-yourself G-Seat, and I will also put it in the end of the video, so make sure you watch it next and don't miss it out. In terms of value, I give the G-Seat a rating of 4 out of 10. This gives it an overall pro score of 7.3, but due to the immersion, we are putting it right above the belt edge now on our list. Alright, now let me know in the comments, would you rank the hardware add-ons differently? Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss out the next video of this series coming out next week. In the meantime, you can watch my other videos. Stay tuned, have fun, take care. Thanks for watching.